With the advent of online gaming, it would be fair to say that couch co-op and split-screen games have fallen by the wayside somewhat. It's a shame because so many of our childhood bonds were forged in the fires of marathon sessions of gaming on the same screen, popping headshots from distance on an unsuspecting friend or dropping TNT on them while power sliding around corners. Oh, and occasionally working together too, I suppose. That's not to say split-screen gaming is dead though, far from it in fact. With that in mind, we've dug out the best PS4 split-screen games we could find in no particular order. How many have you tried, and which ones would you recommend for us to try out with a friend? Thanks to backwards compatibility, all of these games will also work on a PS5. You may actually need a buddy to help you hunt down a PS5 first, mind you. Number 10. Nex Machina. Arcade aficionados Housemarque launched Nex Machina in 2017, but the game arguably hasn't received the recognition it deserves. A twin-stick shooter that builds on what made PS4 launch title Resogun so great, Nex Machina sees players racking up high scores while rescuing humans with incredibly colourful visuals. Clearing a level is great, but doing so while also beating your buddy's score to assert your dominance on the couch remains the best thing about Nex Machina. Number 9. Diablo 3. A game that struggled at launch and grew into a powerful entry in the franchise after some time, and the excellent Reaper of Souls expansion, we'd argue that Diablo 3 was one of the progenitors of the games as a service movement that so many games subscribe to today. An isometric dungeon crawler, Diablo 3 may have been born on PC, but it plays excellently on consoles with responsive controls, a steady frame rate, and some of the finest co-op demon slaying you can find in split screen. The game's loot chase is legendary, and being able to start adventure mode to avoid grinding through the story and instead focusing on powering up each class is an inspired addition. 8. Borderlands, the Handsome Collection. Borderlands might not be to everyone's taste, but there's no denying the appeal of unlocking progressively more ridiculous weaponry with which to blow away mutants and psychos in the wastelands of Pandora. Operating in a similar way to a first-person Diablo in many regards, this class-based shooter offers impressive depth in its RPG systems, as well as literally thousands of weapons to acquire, each with their own unique stats. 2019's Borderlands 3 also offers that same loot shooter goodness, but we've opted for the Handsome Collection for the sheer amount of bang for your buck, with this offering Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel along with all of their respective DLC. 7. Rayman Legends. It's been a while since we've heard from Ubisoft's limbless wonder, but there's a reason this 2013 entry that came to PS4 in 2014 is still so highly regarded. A platformer with up to 4 players flinging their way through its masterfully crafted levels, its controls always feel tight and death never feels cheap as it can do in similarly chaotic titles, and we're looking at you, New Super Mario Bros. Wii U. Add to that some stunning visuals and an incredible soundtrack, and Rayman Legends is one of the best performing titles of the last decade, hands down. Now, more Rayman, where is it? How many rabbits must we kill, Ubisoft? 6. Rocket League. A game that became a cultural phenomenon on the back of launching on PlayStation Plus towards the start of the generation, Rocket League feels intrinsically linked to PlayStation. As good as playing football, or soccer, is, it's always better with friends, and that's doubly true when it comes to playing the sport on 4 wheels as opposed to 2 legs. Being able to come up with new strategies while sat next to a teammate before putting them into action somehow feels more rewarding than doing it online. Oh yeah, and thanks to Epic just kind of chucking money at them, Psyonix made Rocket League completely free in 2020. 5. Fortnite. On the subject of cultural phenomenon, Fortnite is likely one of the biggest games in the world right now, and it just keeps getting better. Yes, Fortnite bad, Fortnite cringe, etc, but come on now. The Battle Royale juggernaut added the much requested split screen mode in late 2019, meaning you can now earn your victory royale with your friends on the same screen. Like Rocket League, this gives Fortnite new life, allowing you to easily point out enemy locations or come up with building situations without having to pass that same information over the internet. 4. Divinity Original Sin 2. One of the generation's most underrated titles, Divinity Original Sin 2 is the best RPG you're likely not playing. An isometric RPG with deep character customization and turn-based combat, Original Sin 2 and the first title are playable entirely in co-op, complete with character-specific dialogue choices and dice rolls. It's the closest you can get to a pen and paper RPG on console, and we'd recommend playing as the undead since they have to wear buckets over their heads as so not to scare the townspeople, making them easily the funniest race. 3. The LEGO games. We couldn't settle on just one LEGO title, but they all tend to follow a similar template. Whether it's Star Wars, DC Comics, Marvel superheroes, or Jurassic World, each game is built for drop-in, drop-out co-op. That means you can destroy environments, solve puzzles, and collect those all-important golden pieces as a team. With so many characters offering unique abilities and solutions to problems, there's an almost endless amount of fun to be had with each LEGO title. If you're too old and bad to play Fortnite, like me, against the crackled-out children, LEGO is here for you. Number 2. Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. Move over Mario, Crash is back, and he means business. Mashing together the original Crash Team Racing as well as its oft-forgotten sequels, Crash Nitro Kart and Crash Tag Team Racing, Nitro Fueled is stuffed to the exhaust pipe with characters, tracks and weapons, as well as being presented in truly stunning 4K on PS4 Pro. In split screen, players can enjoy battle modes, race in tournaments, or just single races, and the core driving mechanics are smoother than ever, along with the learning curve that separates the best from the rest. And at number 1, A Way Out. Play this game, you cowards! A title from Joseph Fares of Brothers A Tale of Two Sons fame, A Way Out is a co-op adventure that can only be played with a friend. There is no single-player component. That's no bad thing, as A Way Out plays out as a third-person action adventure focusing on Leo and Vincent, two inmates looking to get out of jail and stay out. What follows is a mix of stealth sections, brawling, shootouts, and mini-games that play out side by side from each character's perspective. There are even dialogue options, and many challenges must be tackled as a team, like distracting a guard so your comrade can sneak past. It's one of the generation's best surprises, and if you have EA Play, you can play it as part of your membership. And there you have it, there is our list of the top best PS4 split screen games as ever, and you know the drill by now, people. We pass the question back to you. Do you agree with the list? Did you enjoy it, or did you disagree? Is there anything you feel that we missed out that you would have put in? Please sound off in the comments down below. We'd love to know what you thought. But with that said, if you did enjoy the video, please consider giving this video a like, hitting that subscribe button if you want to see more videos, reviews, walkthroughs, guides, hints, tips, news, lists, all coming on the YouTube channel right here before your very eyes, and hitting the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos either. And of course, all the other social media on screen right now. We hope to see you in the next one, but until then, cool.